What's good, everybody? What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. We back. It's long overdue. Probably took like damn near a year, some change off for absolutely no reason. Just being lazy and having a little self-reflection time. Not really being motivated to post videos or having just a bunch of life shit going on. But that doesn't stop my grind from off the camera. But I had to get back on my grind for on the camera and go out and reach people and influence my generation. You feel me? For the 90s babies or anybody in general, it doesn't really have an age group, but my videos are more so aimed towards the people of my generation at my age, just because I understand them and I understand myself and how I understand how life is supposed to, well, not really supposed to be, but should be for the the human beings my age at around the 20s, your 30s. Like I said, it really doesn't have a specific age bracket to it, because if you feel as though what I'm saying is informational towards you or something that you can relate to, you feel me, it doesn't really matter what age. So this is just kind of like a video just to get back on the map, because I definitely had a lot of previous videos that did a lot of numbers that touched a lot of people. People gave me great feedback, good feedback, bad feedback, but it doesn't matter. I was still able to reach a lot of people and understand that what I was saying and my information was able to touch the next person. So I just wanted to start off by saying, number one, it's a new year. It is January 12th, and it's a new year. 2024 is the year. People are saying it's the year for exposure, but I'm looking at it as the truth. I don't really look at it as exposure, because exposure is the truth. So I like to call it the year of the truth. Rather, you're going to be true with yourself, true to what you did. Rather, the good or the bad comes out, the lies, the backdoor shit, all kind of stuff like that is going to come out. But I wanted to come here today to just tell everybody, since they're calling this the year of truth, I want everybody to be true to themselves. There might be background noise. There might be people that tell you what to do, how to do it, always have a handy and back on some puppet shit. But I want people to understand that you control your own destiny. You're your own human being. God made you to be you. You have your own temple, you have your own mind, you have your own heart, you have your own thoughts, you have your own feelings. So the outside noise or the outside people can guide you in a certain way, but at the end, do everything for yourself. Sorry, my mic cut out. Make sure it's working again. Yeah, it is. But you can only really, at the end of the day, do what's best for you, because like everybody knows, when you were born, unless you had a twin that came out minutes behind, you still came into the world by yourself. Unless you're a Siamese twin, you came out like this. Other than that, you came into this world by yourself. You're going to get put back into the earth by yourself. So at the end of the day, you can be influenced. You can have people in your ear. You can get advice from a million people, but at the end of the day, the information that you receive from every person that's ever contacted you, that any person has ever had any conversation with you, giving you any guidance, you can take it in all you want, but the decision and the progress, or the decisions that you make after receiving the information is all on you. So when you're intaking anything that you're receiving, whether it's good or bad, you're the only one that's going to know how to feel about it. You're the only one that's going to react to it however you see as fit, because that's who you are. So you have to understand how to take control of your own temple, your own body, your own mind, your own heart, your own feelings, your own emotions. Because if you don't control your emotions, you'll be all over the place. And having emotions is definitely a part of being a human being. That's probably top three things of being a human being, is having your emotions. So you have to learn to keep them intact. If not, you're going to lose your cool. You're going to be complaining about random shit all over the sun. You're going to have multiple altercations in life. You're just going to be all over the place. So you have to control yourself. You have to control your destiny, and you have to sit back and actually observe of what you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to accomplish in life, because it's a never ending thing. You can never be comfortable with just settling for how you are, because you could be comfortable in one spot, but after that spot dries out, you need something new. So and I'm not saying that you can't be comfortable where you're at, because you might be perfect, but nothing's ever really perfect. You might see as though that you're perfect and you're comfortable in the space that you're at, but you have to understand the space that you at, you had to work to get to that space. And even if you just move a space above or notches up a tiny bit, you're still progressing in human life. You're still learning, you're still educating yourself, you're still progressing in life. And that's what life is about. A lot of people have their speculations of what life is here, what life is about, what God put you here for, what your purpose is. And and me personally, I just feel as though you can read whatever you want, you can be whatever religion you want, believe in whatever you want, like I said. But I feel as though at the end of the day, you're here to learn as much as you can. I feel as though you're here to learn as much as you can, pass down what you've learned, and just experience this life. And it's not about being perfect, like my dad always says. It's not about being perfect at all. It's about being comfortable and confident in what you're doing. And I absolutely agree with that. But I just want people to know that there's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times, there's going to be up and downs, because life is life. You could be on the top of the world today and then be down on your last leg tomorrow, but you have to take it and roll with the punches, because that's what life is about. But it's all for you to determine how you're going to react to the great days and horrible days. As long as you can actually take in both and observe both for what they are, and then you can just mix it together and actually understand that you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but don't let it break down your character. It should build character, because the character, or anybody that you've looked up to, or anybody that's in your life, they're going through ups and downs in their own ways. Just because your life may be hard doesn't mean that it's always going to be hard. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people in my generation are like, their followers, excuse me, they have no real guidance. Is nobody to really look up to in my generation, because you have the women thinking that they the new man, or they gotta be all tough and macho man Randy Savage and little shit like that, because they have nobody to look up to. They have nobody in their ear showing them how to be feminine. They have nobody showing them how. Now, and that's not everybody in my generation, because I don't want people or females watching this video thinking that I'm coming at females, because I'm not at all, because I'm going to speak on the men as well. But for the female for the female point of view, I have to touch everything. Like I told you, it's about the truth. It's not right or wrong. It's the truth. I'm not coming at anybody in these videos. I'm not doing anything that's off the radar or off topic or anything like that. I'm just speaking the truth, and I feel as though that's all that matters. So, and all I want to say about the females is we're just in a bad predicament as a generation, because we have nobody to look up to. Nobody's preaching positivity. Nobody's telling you or giving you a guideline, or telling you how to do stuff. Even though it shouldn't be a handout, but you have people like, you got Sexy Red, you got Ice Spice, you got Sukianna, you got Meg Thee Stallion, you got Cardi B, you got all of them always preaching about they private parts, and how they twerking on people, and if they baby dads, and how they got BBLs and all this other stuff. So in the image of a generation that's not being taught anything, when you naturally see that this is displayed the most out of anything, like you don't see people like, yo, getting married and finding your own person is the way to go. Going outside and getting a career and making sure that you setting monumental stones to prepare your life for the next generation, if you do want to have kids, or for you to be better in life. That shit is not promoted. Stuff like that is not promoted. The stuff that's promoted is the twerking, the cheating, the backdoor shit, the shooting, the killing, the robbing, the molestation. Little shit like that is always being promoted, no matter what's going on. Even if it's in songs and it's a catchy song, like, yo, I'm twerking, I'm twerking, I'm twerking, and yo, I'm outside, I'm drinking bottles, I'm cheating on every man, I'm getting hit raw constantly, and I'm charging dudes for Cash App just to chill with me. Like, it's nothing besides negative demonic shit being promoted every day, all day. So what I'm saying is, for the women that actually do understand it in my generation, that were raised from an actual foundation that came from some substance, I tilt my hat to you. You feel me? I love you. But for the other women that really have no guidance, no nothing, they raise themselves, they friends raised them, and they like everybody's not always as fortunate, but everybody has their own mind. And with that being said, what you're seeing, everybody is copying, so they don't have their own mind, so they're being brainwashed to believe and go with what they see as normal, because that's what's normal. That's what's being portrayed nonstop every day, 24/7. It's always going. It's always going. The constant nut shit, the constant dumb shit, the constant ignorant shit is constantly always going. Now for the men has lost the actual masculine trait nowadays, because I feel as though men get the female traits with the emotional shit. That's why everybody outside killing they off of perks, they on drugs, they doing all kind of this, all this movie shit, because everybody's high on drugs. Everybody's taking Percocets. Everybody's taking lean. Everybody, I mean, the weed never really hurt anybody, but when you start tampering with the weed and you putting perks in your weed, or you putting dope in your weed, and then you smoking it, you're messing up the drug and you're having a chemical malfunction. So now you're putting something in your body and you're throwing off your chemicals in your body because you want to be getting higher than you're supposed to. Like it's like the men aren't cool, or even in general, but I'm saying I see more men because this is my generation. The people aren't cool with just like, all right, let me have a drink and I'm tipsy. That's fine. Let me smoke a little weed and I'm a little high. They gotta be more enhanced than what the stuff naturally does to them, which is insane. Like you don't want to feel your body for 8 hours straight. You want to be tripping for 8 hours straight. You want to be falling asleep while you driving because you wanted to be so high. Like it's crazy. It makes no sense. The men aren't really loving the women how they're supposed to be, so the women want to choose to be the new man. So they want to be able to control the man, because the men aren't able to put their foot down and tell you what's right or wrong, because they don't even know. So now it's a warfare between my generation of women and men trying to clash, not knowing what real love is, or not being shown love at a young age. So now they're coming into contact with each other, and it's this toxicity that's unbearable, because it's not really, it's not genuine. You got people dating each other because they think they're cute, but they don't know them. You got people that's dating other people because of their money, but they don't love them. You got people that's really just outside dating and meeting each other in the same day and doing stuff with them in the same day. Like I met you at 5 a.m. and by 5 p.m. we having sex, and you might be pregnant in the next 2 weeks. But that's my generation, because there's nobody teaching anybody what to do. I don't know where the disconnect came from in life, but there's nothing going on besides backward shit, and my generation is lost. And I'm just here because I want my generation to be better, because I have to grow up in it. This is my life. This is going to be my child's life going on to the next generation. Even if I teach my child from the ground up how it's supposed to be, he or she is still going to be raised around a majority of folks that don't know any better, because this is my generation having the next batch of generations. You get what I'm saying? So let's say if I didn't know anything and a person that I go mate with had no clue about anything, and we both ignorant, doing dumb shit, just not knowing any better. What you think the product of us is going to do? Or no? Absolutely nothing. So if I'm okay, but the next batch of 100 people aren't okay, it's the not okay people are going to overwhelm the people that have a little insight on little shit. And I need my generation to come together and just be better. You gotta stop the doing the drug shit. It's cool to just be high. It's all right. You ain't gotta put perks in your weed and be smoking fat and K2 and all that. Like I don't know what y'all want to do. Like y'all might as well go check into a rehab facility or something. Like everybody perked up. Everybody gotta be doing these hard drugs. We not really loving each other. Is nobody really giving us any game? The show was like, yo, making this money is the way to go. You need um what's the word, generational wealth. Nobody is teaching business courses, or preaching business, or nobody's teaching preaching academics or reading books or going to the library anymore. Like everything is always online. Let me see who's twerking, let me see who dissing each other, let me see who killing each other, let me see who beefing. That's all we look at in this phone every day, all day. The problem with this is, right? The problem with this is you're updated so much that it's an actual problem. The minute something happens, the next 20 seconds you're gonna know. It's like we lost we lost touch with being outside. We lost touch with actually being human beings and going in nature and going on walks and being outside with the world that's alive with us, because the trees are alive, the animals, the insects are alive, everything outside is alive just like us, but we lost contact with what makes humans special about being humans. A lot of people don't even grasp that concept that we're the most special being on this planet for a reason. But we're sitting here killing each other, fighting each other, arguing with each other, beefing with each other, backdooring each other. Nobody is uplifting anybody nowadays. And if you are, it's a small percentage, and I'm small percentage of people you don't even hear about them because they understand that being in contact with the rest of the world is going to drag you inside and put you in that black hole like the rest of everybody else that gets sucked into, because it's easy to do the bad shit. It's easy to get influenced by the dumb shit when you don't know anything at all. You get what I'm saying? So I just need my generation to come together or stop certain shit, because me personally, and I always say this to my friends, and I always say this to anybody that I talk to and I have one of those deep damn conversations with. The human race will never be together, ever, unless there's a hard reset. And anybody that knows what that mean, and I'll break it down for the people that doesn't know. But the human race needs a hard factory reset. And for the people that don't know what that means everybody has to leave. Everybody has to go. Everybody has to die. I don't mean to say it like that, but you have to understand what I'm saying. You have to really understand. For us to come together, there would have to be a reset of the whole human population, because we're so deep into the negativity, the war, the drama, the killing, the money hungry shit, that it will never be able to be like, all right, let's stop this. And you'll be able to get the rest of everybody else to understand that that we're going to be on the same page as a human being. It's not about being black, white, Asian, Hispanic, none of that shit. I'm talking about the human race. The human race. Our race is human beings. That's our race. Us as human beings started to try to break it down and give the ethnicity to certain things, and the colored people, and this is Indian, this is uh Dominican and all. Like, no, I'm talking about as the human being race. It will never ever ever be peace, or it will never ever work until we all are going to reset. And the reset isn't being able to, that's not really guaranteeing that's not guaranteeing positivity, but at least you can start from scratch. You get a clean slate, because right now we're thousands of years of this trauma and traumatic messed up shit all the way around. It's no way if I go outside I can tell the next person, like, look, let's just stop this, and you pass that to the next person. Even if the person I passed it down to agrees with me, the person that they pass it down to probably won't agree. We so stuck on drugs, we so stuck on killing, we so stuck on money, that those three things, not even food or living, like, no, we're stuck on drugs, money, and killing. Drugs, money, and killing. When you look anywhere on the planet, those three things are constantly going on. As I'm speaking right now, as you're watching this video right now, as I'm recording right now, somebody's doing hardcore drugs, somebody's dying, and somebody is doing some shit for some money. Those three things run the world to the point that it is never going to be a positive ending. It's never going to be a positive ending. So I need, for the people that want to do better, to try to do better, and you create a circle for the people that understands what y'all mutual goals are for, what y'all mutual goals are, what y'all want to do, and stay out the way of all the negative shit I just explained before. Let all that go. Read some books, learn about yourself, take some time out for yourself, because people tend to go to other people for comfort, which isn't bad, but you have to be comfortable within yourself. You have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, there's no way that you can love something more than yourself outside of your creator. You can never love another human being more than yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to portray that image and that energy onto whatever else you're trying to love more than yourself. That's impossible. You get what I'm saying? You can love your kids to death. You can love your mom, your dad, your brothers, your siblings to death. Like dearly. I don't even want to use the word death. You can love them dearly. But if you don't love yourself, if you don't care about yourself, at a certain point, that image of you not loving yourself is going to be passed down to the people that you think you love more than yourself. That's not how it works. You see what I have right here, my fault. The Matrix. The Matrix. You have to be able to understand what life is really about sometimes. You have to take the time out to see which are the distractions in life, which things really mean something and really hold weight, and which things are just meant to break you down and destroy you and keep you away from really learning and dealing with what really matters. You get what I'm saying? This video was long overdue, and I've had a lot of things bottled inside that I had to get off on my chest. A lot of things that I feel as though needed to be said just for everything. Like, I know I touched on a lot of things, but you have to understand that I want you, after watching this video, to really self-reflect, understand who you are, to hug yourself, to love yourself, to just go outside and be with the world. And I'm not saying be with people. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about the trees. I'm talking about get some fresh air, go outside, go for a walk, just touch some fresh grass. You can do some grounding, drink your tea, do what's best for your temple. We are gonna die at some point. We all understand that. Nobody lives forever. Nothing lives forever. It's a cycle of life and death. We get it. It's a full circle. You're born, you live your life, you die. The next person has the same exact cycle. But while you're on your clock and it's your time, do what's best for you. So when you understand and you have your own insight on your life and you gather all this information from doing what's right, you get to pass it down so the next person can get it. And that's how we can at least start or attempt, because like I said, it's never going to work until we all factory reset, clean slate. Everybody has to go. But until then, at least you can make the generation a tad bit better or step up better than we were. Because we know what's messed up. We know what's fucked up. But if you can tell the next person or tell your kids, like, look, this what was messed up. This what's going on. Don't do this and don't do that. At least that next set of human beings understands it. Even if it's not completely, even if it's 2%, 3%, it's still progression. That's all that matters. So I want you to actually love yourself some more. Don't be too hard on yourself, because life is hard. There's no guidebook. There's no guideline to it. There's no handbook of like, look, this is how you live life and this is how you're going to be great. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own life. But this is about you seeking the information that helps you out. You being true to yourself, you loving yourself, you being true to yourself and everybody around you. That's what's going to help you be better as a person. That's what's going to help you love yourself. That's what's going to be able to help the next person. Just like I'm able to intake and go through all these good days and horrible days or great days and sad days, but I'm here and I'm still standing and it's building character, and I'm here to give y'all the information to tell y'all that everything is going to be all right. The sad shit don't always last. The happy shit don't always last. But you know what is going to last? The information that you took from both sides to learn from and to provide to the next person. That shit lasts forever. So I want y'all to have a good day. Make sure y'all do what's best for yourself. Make sure y'all stay away from the bad shit and understand what's really supposed to be for you and not for you. It's your boy Hova 215. I'm out. Let's get it.